Alright, welcome to Fantasy Aid. I'm Andrew here to give you the top 15 closers for 2016. Number 1 is Aroldis Chapman, who was traded to the Yankees, who was already rich in bullpen with Andrew Miller and Betances. Chapman is the closer. I think he'll do really well in that role. Insane strikeout rate, 15.7, and a very good bullpen. You know, as I said before, the replacements aren't hard to find, so he will have to perform. Number 2 is Craig Kimbrel, who was traded to Boston in the offseason. See a theme here? A lot of closers actually got traded in the offseason. 13.2 strikeouts per nine. Second season in his career, we had a 2 ERA, so that should come down. He should get more saves in Boston. He's obviously one of the top tier closers. Number 3 on my list is Wade Davis, who had a 1 ERA in 2014 and still managed to top that this year with a .94 ERA and a .787 WHIP. I mean, what he's done since becoming a reliever is absolutely insane. Strikeouts went down some, but I'm not concerned about it. Any 3 of these guys could potentially wind up being the top closer. And the 4th guy I'd throw into Tier 1 is Kenley Jansen. 2.41 ERA, .783, 13.8 strikeouts per 9. You look, 80 strikeouts to 8 walks. He was amazing last year. These are the Tier 1 guys, these 4 people. Number 5 is Hector Rondon from the Cubs. He did well last year in the closer role. He had a .167 ERA. He only had 8.9 strikeouts per 9, but I think he can improve on that. A 1 WHIP. His save rate will rise. He's going to get plenty of saves on that team. His strikeout's not as high, but I think the upside's there where he can be number 5 on this list. Number 6 on this list is Zach Britton, who had a great year last year also. Solid second season as a closer. 10.8 strikeouts per 9. But I want to see one more year of that before I move him up to 5th, because his career rate's 7.0. Great ERA, great WHIP. Plays for a good team. Definitely got a draft. Number 7 is David Robertson, which if you looked at his ERA solely, it looks like he didn't have that great of a year. But if you start looking at his numbers, he reduced his walk rate. His home run rate stayed the same. Strikeouts were at 12.2. I mean, he dramatically dropped in walks and WHIP, and his ERA was still higher. So I definitely expect that to drop back this year. Number 8 is Trevor Rosenthal, and he's a frustrating guy I watch sometimes, but he's definitely got some talent. 48 saves last year. He dramatically reduced his walks, which I loved. 42 walks to 25 in 2015. If he can make a similar jump like that, he could become an elite closer. His WHIP was down by about 0.2-ish, so definitely a guy to watch, and he could be a top 5 closer by the end of the year. Number 9 is Familia, who I actually drafted last year before he was a closer, and I am so happy that he turned out to be one. He was awesome last year. 43 saves, 185 ERA, 9.9 strikeouts per in 9 innings, and there's really no one else in that Mets bullpen to take his job, so he's got job security. Number 10 on my list is Giles, who was traded to the Astros, which really helps him out. Great strikeout rate, 11.2, 1.8 ERA. He did good once he got the closing role in Philadelphia. I'm interested to see what he can do as a full-time closer this year. He's definitely got the strikeout potential. If he can bring his WHIP down a little bit, he could be an elite closer too. Number 11 is Shawn Tolleson, who has no challengers for his spot in Texas. The next guy up is Sam Freeman. Strikeouts went down from 8.7. It went up from 8.7 to 9.5 last year. He went from 3.5 walks per 9 to 2.1 in 2015. So he definitely improved on those numbers, and he's a solid second closer for you. I mean, especially with playing in Texas. They're going to get some wins. So number 12 is Roberto Osuna, who I believe will close over Drew Storen. I know there's been talk about him possibly being made into a starter. I don't buy it at all. He did great when he took over the closing role last year, and an excellent home run per 9 rate in that Rogers Center, which is great for a home run. So he's definitely a good guy, and with that Toronto team, they're going to get plenty of wins. Number 13 on our list is Francisco Rodriguez, who's been around a while. He was traded to Detroit from the Brewers. Excellent whip. Only 6 hits per 9 innings last year. I mean, crazy. Definitely, he's revitalized his career when he went to Milwaukee a couple years ago, and has been a pretty solid closer ever since. Number 14 on my list is AJ Ramos. It would be so much higher on this list if it wasn't for the Caps talk, and I'm taking the Carter Caps talk seriously. There is a chance that Caps could be the closer in Miami. I think Ramos is the favorite just because he closed last year, but that is definitely a situation to watch. Number 15 is Mark Melancon from the Pittsburgh Pirates. The career high 51 saves last year, doesn't give up home runs, but also doesn't have the strikeout potential that others do, which is why he's where he is at this list. Alright, if you have any questions, you can email me them at that email right there, or you can comment them below. Thanks for watching. I should be getting out outfielders or starting pitchers sometime this weekend.